How far is he? Alright, we just barely found a pretty good spot and want to check the zero on our brand new rifle. We have the Gunworks 7 rim mag, and this is the first hunt we've ever taken it on, so I'm pretty pumped to see how it does. I think we're ready to go. Let's go kill a goat. Alright, we were just barely driving to a new spot and found this buck right off the road. Good mass, great cutters, very tempting. But I do think he might have a small body. He's comparable in size to those does.
See that one?
Yeah, his face is all messed up. It's itching.
Must have got jabbed. It's all infected.
Alright, it's the second day. We haven't taken many interviews because we've just been cruising around, sorting through groups of bucks, and I've seen some really nice bucks, but haven't pulled the trigger yet. I'm being pretty picky, but we're going to keep after it and keep looking through these bucks. We took a better look at this buck, and we think he's pretty good. We're not sure if he's a shooter, but we think he might be. We're gonna go put a stalk on this buck and sneak in there and see if we can get him.
Alright, we're moving fast because we're running out of daylight, trying to get a closer look at this big heavy buck. See if he's big enough.
I can see our gray boulder that we marked there to the left of that. Okay. A couple hundred more yards.
in the middle all by himself. Of the two groups. Oh, the group on the left is running up to him. Got his head down away from us. I think he's quartered away slightly. Now you can see his prongs. Now he just picked up and started walking kind of fast.
Okay, not where the wind's going.
From right to left, but it's not gonna happen.
We hurry and get down, and I get set up on the gun, and we find him. Skyler gets the camera up, and one of the groups gets nervous and takes off and runs right past him, takes him, and they keep running and ran just out of range. They were at 700 plus yards. It's almost dark, only 5 minutes of legal shooting light left, so it's too dark for me to shoot that far. I don't feel comfortable with that. So we're going to back out and come back here in the morning. There's actually dozens of other groups in this valley we're in. We found tonight. It's kind of a little honey hole in here. See you guys tomorrow.
We have this really big buck spotted, but he's on a little piece of private right now. He's a definite shooter. Huge cutters. Got a lot of curl. Looks pretty heavy. We're just gonna, he doesn't have to go very far the direction he's feeding right now to get off of private, so we're probably gonna just hang out right here and see what he does. And if he gets off of the private, we'll go make a move on him.
We found a giant buck this morning, and of course, with my luck this year, he was on private property, and we watched him for a while. He was kind of pushing his group back and forth, so we thought maybe push him off the private, but he never did, so we decided to move on. We just barely drove back into the area where we stalked that buck last night, that heavy buck, and we might have found him, but right when we pulled our truck up to stop to glass, they spotted us and just took off running. We just barely found a pretty big goat, and we're pulling up our Onyx Hunt app right now to make sure he's on public land. Alright, we were heading out of our hunting spot and actually saw a group of antelope. Glassed them up. There is a giant buck in the group, so he's on BLM right now. So we're gonna sneak down to him and see if we can make it happen. How far is he? Alright, can you get me that coat off your pack? So there's the three to the left. 25 yards.
Yeah, feeding all along.
By himself, facing right, his head down.
Huh?
Head down.
Yeah, you can see his prongs. Head
His
up.
head up.
Head up, yeah.
I'm good when you are.
Earplugs.
Where should I hold wind?
Not much. Just hold dead center of his shoulder. Tell me what that looks like.
Like 3 inches. You ready?
Yeah.
Sure.
I think he's about to go down.
Yeah, I might need to move a little bit.
If you can, shoot him again. He's going down. He's down. Shoot him again. What's that?
I was pretty jacked to shoot him.
What just happened?
I just smoked that big coat. Dang, I was like downhill on these rocks right here. This is a cool spot. But he just went down. He expired pretty quick, and I think he's a sweet goat, so I'm pretty pumped. We're gonna go up and get him, take a look. It was 375 yards. So this is the first animal I've killed with my new 7-mag Gunworks. It says maiden voyage.
Performed like a champ.
He's got this little inward cheater things. Little chip. It's chipped off probably an inch off of his cutters. We thought he had big ones, and he does, but they were probably an inch longer. So I'm happy with him.
Nicole freaking hammered this goat. Right there, and right there, 380 yards, 2 shots. Just perfect, especially in this wind.
Alright, we just got all packed up and got the Antelope taped out in the cooler on ice and got the camper cleaned up. We're out of here. Next stop, Skyler's Antelope unit. He has a tag in a different unit, so we're headed that way, and hopefully we'll go find him a big buck too, first thing in the morning.
Alright, so we just got done with Nicole's hunt last night. We got a hotel in a town close to my unit. I applied for a fairly easy to draw unit just because I didn't have many points and wanted to go on a hunt, but there's quite a bit of private land, So last night we got onto our Onyx Hunt app and basically found all of the main road systems that go through the most public land and marked those and kind of made a hunt plan of which areas we're going to cover. There's a couple walk-in hunting areas that look pretty good as well. So we basically made our plan for the whole day on our Onyx hunt and we're ready to go.
We're looking at the very first antelope of Skyler's unit. It's been pretty slim picking so far, not like mine at all out here. It's gonna be a lot tougher to find a decent goat out here for Skyler, but looks like we just found our first buck of the trip.
There's a bedded buck, but I can't tell what he is. I don't think he's a shooter, but let's get close. Let's see. There's a bunch of them. Well, that was cool. We spotted a coyote back there. It kind of got away from us, just out of sight, so we decided to sneak along to see if we could see him again. And then all of a sudden we saw a buck with a bunch of does, so we decided to get a closer look. We got like 200 yards from him, and then they busted up and ran up the hill, but he's just not big enough. But it's cool to see, so they're in here. We just got to find the right one. Well, we just barely got to where we can start hunting and looked up on the skyline. There's a huge group of goats and one decent looking buck. He's right here close, but I wanted to get a closer look because he doesn't look super heavy. There he is.
He's tall.
He is tall. I can't do it.
No?
No.
Passing him?
Did I shoot him?
I'm not telling you what to shoot.
What is he, a 65 incher?
I have no idea what he is. The best goat on this unit.
Alright guys, so we are back here on my Antelope unit. We just got done at 4 Horse Outfitters with Hunter's Hub on Nicole's deer hunt. And we got a day to spare here, so we're going to spend the rest of the day on my Antelope unit and see if we can get one killed. And the wind today is absolutely terrible. It's like 60 mile an hour gust of wind. It keeps blowing the cover of my truck bed off, and it's crazy stuff. Like, we're going to have to get close to make a shot in this, but hopefully it calms down by tonight and see what happens. We just found a group of goats over here, and it looks like 1 or 2 bucks might be kind of decent, but it's so windy we can't do an interview outside or really look at them super great through the spotter. We'll go check them out, see if we can get closer.
So here's the water right here. It's marked. Is that this water?
No, that's the pond.
Is it?
They're over here on the... Here.
Aren't they in the bottom?
They're in this cut. Right there.
Right here?
Alright, we just went on that stalk and it's just so windy. I think we ended up spooking them. We were headed back to the truck and looked down the canyon and noticed a huge group of probably 60-70 goats. So we're gonna loop up around them, get above them and come down in on them, and hopefully there's a big goat in there. really do. I think it's bigger than yours. Or right there. Freaking curls. His colors are huge.
Oh, I know.
Oh, that was freaking awesome. Big goat left in this unit.
You were seriously seconds away from killing that other one.
Oh, I know.
Like seconds.
I kept thinking, I'm like, no, there's another giant group over here. It was this and that. The timing of that's crazy because we almost left and went over there. There he is. Oh, look at him. Look at that curl, dude.
Oh man.
Oh,
That's a stud goat.
it really is.
Far the biggest one I've seen anywhere near this place.
That's a freaky big goat. Heck yeah. It's not as big as yours. Well, maybe it is.
Look at those cutters on this curl.
Holy, look at, he makes the heart shape.
Wow, he's so pretty.
He's a stud.
He is a stud.
It's probably the prettiest goat you'll ever freaking see.
Gorgeous.
That's
Nice
sweet, dude.
job.
Sorry, I got so excited.
No, don't be sorry. That's
That's
freaking
awesome.
awesome, dude. He has a badass
Dude,
look
he's
from the
beautiful.
I
front.
can't believe he just popped out of the bottom out of nowhere.
And I looked over, I'm like, that thing's, that's a shooter.
Oh, I know, I saw him. Like, oh,
I love that curl. Look at that curl.